Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on my part series, The Week That Was College Football History Review. College Football History Review, 1962 college football season, October 20th, 1962. This is week 5. There was a game that was played on October 19th, 1962. It was played on a Friday between Miami and Maryland, where Miami beat Maryland 28-24. When Maryland's halfback Tom Brown raced 98 yards to score with opening kickoff, Miami had to play from behind. So quarterback George Myra, who had 21 of 31, 288 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, rallied the Hurricanes from deficits of 6-0, 14-7, 17-14, and 24-21. Quarterback Dick Shiner was hobbled by pulled muscle, but boosted his stats as nation's number 2 passer with 176 yards passing, 15 out of 20. He did throw 3 interceptions to position round for his own 2-yard touchdown run. Miami halfback Nick Ryder ran for touchdown for 14-14 tie in the second quarter. But Terps halfback Bob Chiaverini busted for 3 first downs on a 69-yard drive to kicker John Hannigan's 26-yard field goal late in the third quarter. Now, Myra passed for 61 yards of 71-yard march to wingback Jack Sims' 14-yard touchdown catch early in the fourth quarter. Maryland repass interference penalty against the Canes. Chiaverini scored for 3 from 3-yard line for a 24-21 lead with 5:46 left to go. George Myra took the Canes on his back, as he so often did, clicked on throws of 20, 17, 14, and finally 22-yard touchdown to end Bill Sparks for a 4-point lead. Shiner wasn't done either, as he passed Terrapins to the Miami 17-yard line, but sophomore Hurricanes defensive back Mark Panther stepped in front of a pass intended for Brown to make interception. Next, Navy beat Boston College by a score of 26-6. Boston College scored on quarterback Jack Cannon's 2-yard wide option run in first quarter. The Navy quarterback Roger Staubach threw first of his 2 touchdown tosses to end Jim Campbell for a 6-6 halftime tie. But the game's big play came in the third quarter from an unlikely source. 260-pound midshipman guard Al Prekic made interception of Boston College sub quarterback Paul Carlino and chugged 39 yards to set up a go-ahead touchdown by Navy fullback Pat Donnelly on a 6-yard slab up the middle. Fumble recoveries by Navy halfback defensive back Ray Snyder and Johnny Say set up 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. So Middies held on downs at its 3-yard line and accepted halfback defensive back John Onsworth interception at the 5-yard line. Next you had Penn State beat Syracuse by 1 point, 20-19. Penn State had early momentum on halfback Roger Kochman's 2 touchdowns in opening 5 minutes. Syracuse wrestled lead away as improving quarterback Wally Maul ran and passed for touchdowns around halfback Don King's 35-yard touchdown sprint. After a King sprint behind right side of the Syracuse line, and kicker Tom Mingo barely missed a 35-yard conversion kick brought about by a holding penalty called on big end Walt Sweeting. Syracuse went ahead by 5 points in the fourth quarter on an 86-yard march, capped by Maul's 11-yard touchdown pass to Sweeney. Nittany Lions and Dave Robinson then halted 2-point pass with critical tackle. Down 19-14 in the fourth quarter, Lions wedge fullback Dave Hayes over for 20-19 lead. Penn State guard Harrison Rosedahl blocked the field goal try on game's last play by Syracuse's Mingo. Next, the Duke Blue Devils beat and shut out Clemson 16-0. Number 2 Alabama beat Tennessee 27-7 as the Volunteers, whose coach Bowden Wyatt heard catcalls over his allegiance to old single win Offense edged Alabama 254 yards to 244 yards in the offense, but was helpless to stop sophomore quarterback Joe Namath's well-placed Crimson Tide aerials. Namath's passes positioned kicker Tim Davis for two field goals in the first quarter. Namath hit halfback Benny Nelson with 35-yard second quarter score, and opened fourth quarter with 45-yard arrow to end. Richard Williams said that paved way. Touchdown by halfback Cotton Clark. Meanwhile, Clark led pass defense, which allowed only 6 of 27, 67 yards passing, although Tennessee got touchdown pass from tailback Bobby Morton in the third quarter. Auburn beat Georgia Tech by a score of 17 to 14. Acting early, Auburn sent halfback Jimmy Burson scampering 57 yards. 2 touchdown on the first snap. Next time Burson took the ball, he went 14 yards to set up quarterback Malon Kent's touchdown pass to end Howard Simpson. The Tigers led 17-0 at halftime. Georgia Tech surged back in the second half behind quarterback Billy Loveridge, who gained nearly half of Tech's 57-yard march and scored from the 6-yard line. Sophomore quarterback Jerry Bussell returned punt 75 yards for a fourth quarter touchdown, but Yellow Jackets could get no closer. In the battle of two top 10 teams, number 8, Northwestern, beat number 6, Ohio State, 18 to 14. The Buckeyes, intent on regaining top form, jumped to early edge. Halfback Bob Klein raced 90 yards with the opening kickoff for the touchdown, and fullback Dave Francis barreled 9 yards to close a 14-play, 71-yard touchdown drive in the first quarter. But Northwestern unfurled air game in second quarter as in Paul Flatley, who had 10 catches, caught 9-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Tommy Myers. After guard Jack Saverko's fumble recovery, defensive back Roland Wall's interception late in the second quarter allowed fullback Bill Swingle to score and bring it to 14-12 at halftime. Wildcats went 42 yards on the ground for halfback Steve Murphy's winner with 5 minutes left, then weathered 2 Ohio State trips to 12-yard line. Purdue shut out Michigan 37-0. Unpredictable Purdue clutched Wolverines by their throat, and Boilermakers' first offensive play and contest and in effect was over. Michigan punted less than 2 minutes into the contest. Boilermakers took over on own 46-yard line. Economical throw quarterback Ron DeGravio, who threw 3 touchdowns, 4 of 8, 155 yards passing, lost the long bomb to halfback Tom Fugate, who caught it in stride for a 54-yard touchdown. By the 3-minute mark of the second quarter, DeGravio had 2 more touchdown passes, and Purdue had a 23-0 lead. Michigan gained only 97 yards to Boilers' 412 yards. Michigan gained only 97 yards to Boilers' 412 yards, and having already been blanked by Michigan State, was well on its way to its worst record since 1936. Number 10, Wisconsin beat Iowa by a score of 42 to 14. Rough Big Ten encounter in which officials made 2 ejections for fighting turned on a huge second quarter by undefeated Wisconsin after Iowa quarterback Mike Zuccotti pitched 56-yard touchdown to Swift and Cloyd Webb in the first quarter. Badgers exploded for 4 touchdowns in the second quarter. Wisconsin quarterback Ron Vanderkellen hooked up with halfback Elmar Erzurins for tying 35-yard touchdown pass. So halfback Ron Pinto Smith followed with a 9-yard run for first of his 3 touchdowns. Zuccotti wedged another touchdown pass 8 yards to halfback Larry Ferguson. So among Badgers' second quarter scores, so it was 28 to 14 at halftime. So Wisconsin went to umbrella pass defense before halftime to significantly blunt Iowa pass game. Although much of Hawks' final 16 of 30, 259 yards on already stat sheets. In third quarter, Smith scored his 3rd touchdown on a 4-yard run, and Vanderkellen tossed his 3rd touchdown pass. This to end and future athletic director of Wisconsin, Pat Richter, to complete the route. Oklahoma beat Kansas 13 to 7. Although Kansas sophomore halfback Gale Sayers will finish season with 1,125 yards and nation's leading 7.1 yards rushing per average. This was contest that was controlled by defensive lines, led by tackle Brian Sweeter and center linebacker Kent Converse. Jayhawks allowed no first downs in the first quarter. Quarterback Roger McFarland converted field position advantage as a 38-yard touchdown pass to speedy halfback Tony Leaker. OU coach Bud Wilson grabbed outlandish halfback Joe Don Looney at halftime, inspiring him to greater effort. Sooners line, depending on blacks, center Rain Lee and guard Larry Vermillion, sprung Looney for a 61-yard touchdown on trap run, and quarterback Monte Dare for 3-yard sweep for winning touchdown at end of 56-yard drive in the fourth quarter. All right, next, about two top 10 teams had Texas, number 1 team in the country, beating number 7 Arkansas 7-3. Sinking leg up for fourth Southwest Conference crown in 4 years, Arkansas took a 3-0 lead in the middle of the second quarter on a 51-yard field goal from sophomore kicker Tom McNally. First field goal tried in his career. Quarterback Billy Moore's direction of Hogs offense, peppered with line smashes of fullback Jesse Branch, kept Texas bottled up in own territory throughout, but Porkers blew golden third quarter opportunity when fullback Danny Brabham smashed to 1-yard line but lost fumble into end zone. Quarterbacks Duke Carlisle and Johnny Junong directed patient 20-play drive of 85 yards for Texas in the fourth quarter. It consumed nearly 7 minutes, and Longhorns halfback Tommy Ford powered 3 yards for winning touchdown in last minute of the play. With the Steers defensive back Carlisle made interception of desperate Arkansas pass at own 44-yard line. Tilt ended with intrusive fan exchanging punches with referee Curly Hayes. Mississippi State beat Houston by a score of 9-3. With this result, the fortunes of each team would quickly reverse, as Houston would win its last 5 games, including Tangerine Bowl, while Bulldogs went on to drop their next 5 outings for a 3-6 finish. Oregon beat Air Force by a score of 35-20. Air Force dedicated new stadium before a crowd of 33,343, but Oregon sophomore quarterback Bob Berry spoiled the party with 3 touchdown passes and scoring run at end of 4 long runs. Falcons scored in first half on touchdown runs by halfback Dick Zornada and quarterback Terry Isaacson. Berry's touchdown run tied it at 14-14 at halftime. Ducks went 74-86, 73 yards to second half touchdown, and the defense brought it in the first half, tightened behind end Rich Swab, guard Bill Del Baggio, and linebacker Bruce Snyder, future Arizona State coach. Number 9, Washington shut out Stanford 14-0. Key to Washington's shutout of Stanford was scoring early and stopping Indians' threats twice inside Huskies' 5-yard line. The defense pressing line of scrimmage to stop Huskies' run. Washington quarterback Bill Seiler flipped quick look in past the end Lee Barnard from 44-yard line. Barnard scampered to Stanford 10-yard line where he was hauled down defensive back Steve Purcell. Huskies halfback Nat Whitmire went wide on next play to 7-0 lead next just 6 minutes into the game. Trial quarterback Steve Thurlow, 2 completions sparked 60-yard drive in the second quarter, but it died at the Washington 2-yard line. Stanford defensive back Ed Cummings had interception to stop late second quarter drive, dropped it. Huskies fullback Jim Steiger caught Oler's 28-yard scorching pass on next play to score 21 seconds before halftime. Indians dominated third quarter, but failed passes after halfback Jack Lodada was thrown for a 7-yard loss to Huskies' 11-yard line, doomed that scoring chance. Washington held at 1-yard line as quarterback Clark Weaver was stopped on a 4th down sneak. So that concludes a look at the week that was for the week 5, October 20th, 1962, going the game that was played between Miami and Maryland, October 19th, 1962. So let's look at the AP poll as of October 22nd. Texas was number 1, Alabama was number 2, Northwestern was number 3, Southern California was 4, number 5, Wisconsin, number 6 was Louisiana State, Number 7 was Mississippi. Number 8, Washington. Number 9, Arkansas. And number 10, Michigan State. So that concludes a look at the week that was for October 20th, 1962, when the game was played the day before, October 19th, 1962, between Miami and Maryland. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. This is Rashad Mitchell. It's coming to you live from my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe and comment on the channel. Until then, I'll do a video of this magnitude tomorrow. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.